really short live today. I uh I mean I saw so much conversation in the chat. Actually planning on um see I always do that. Somebody said I started a sentence and don't finish it, but I have a lot on my mind. But yeah, it was a lot of stuff in the chat. Didn't get a chance to answer all of it or probably even read all of it. But I would say mental health break is definitely important. But I was planning on or I am planning on going to cut some of the resting short because it is a crazy time in the market right now, and being on more on Saturdays, Sundays is kind of still what it is. But I'll probably try to come in later on Sundays as well. But had a little family stuff, so that kind of threw off that plan. But it's getting the market's getting a little hot right now, even though right now Bitcoin is like taking a little tumble. But as far as the market is heating up right now, and so it's going to be like really time to be paying attention to everything in the market. But yeah, I'm still tired. This whole last 7 to 10 days has been really crazy. But I just want to talk about a couple of things today. Not so much the macro, because to be honest, I didn't have as much time as I usually have to get into this stuff. Um, but yeah, I want to talk about some of the stuff. And so yeah, I think our first alert, a Spectral, which is also AI agent, since this whole AI. So we on this research, y'all. Um, Appreciate it. I know you're watching, so. Um, oh yeah, so I think our initial buy was a little bit higher, but we got a chance to DCA around 570. Actually, we had a chance to DCA in Spectral at $4.50. I think some people are saying they were waiting for it to go lower, but sometimes you got to get in where you fit in. But yeah, so I talk about this a lot. I'm gonna play devil's advocate today and talk about a lot of stuff. You notice I'm not covering a lot of macro stuff, but I've been saying for the longest that my goal is to get my group into plays before everybody starts talking about them early, before they're popular. But I'm not gonna lie, there is a problem with that because, well, I don't want to say a problem, but you get in early and you hold those bags, so you be in early, and then people start pumping your bags, and that's cool, right? But there's so many narratives popping off earlier for liquidity plays and people trying to gain liquidity. Of course, the meme coins has been one. I've been talking to fake projects that they were making. A lot of them were AI too. Crazy because AI has been continuously hot, but a lot of them were fake AI plays that people were throwing out there. What's the one I was trying to tell people about before, OPSEC? And they even launched in a legitimate fashion, like pre-private sales, whatever you want to call them, had all of that, had the Coles pushing them, the Alex Beckers and all that kind of stuff. And it was like, at the time I looked stupid because I'm the only one saying like, I wouldn't touch that. And you got everybody else saying, ape into this is going to be the play. And I think, here's the thing I don't like. I'm sorry, I'm on a tangent down and plan on going on. But even for me, a lot of the people that I started liking at the beginning of the cycle, I'm learning they're just as much a part of the shield and deceptive game as some of these other ones. And they say it in this. The thing they do is they try to act like they're not even paying attention to the screen when they're talking, like they're just so. It's just these little tactics they use, and I'm an actor, so I can point out weak acting when I see it. And that's one of the things that's going on with, OPSEC. It's about 2 or 3 of them they still pushing now. They don't push them as much, but they see them every once in a while. But anyway, I was the only one saying that's, I wouldn't get into that. And I do know, I've been talking to, listen, it's going to be important, but I'm going to talk a little bit here today. But I can miss some plays too. I do miss some plays because sometimes it just doesn't, line up with what I believe in, or if I see the proper if I don't feel conviction in it. You got to have conviction before you invest in stuff. You don't want to invest in stuff just aping it to stuff because people are talking about it. So yeah, I've probably missed a lot of pumpers, but at the same time I do try to get in stuff that I research and I feel like is good. But so yeah, there's a couple of AI plays. AI is the hottest narrative, so there's going to be a lot of AI plays, but not all of them are legit. I'll try to jump into the few that I see, but Spectral was one that really stood out to me, and definitely want to get the guys into that. Also with this whole Ganon thing, that's one of the biggest things I'm gonna talk about today. I should have turned the heater off. I'm burning up. Um, the whole Ganon thing. So this is something that we've been looking at for a while. Like I said, been researching with J and EA. EA is like on top of this, like to the max. Um, but we've been looking into it, and sometimes I'm a researcher and I like to study, so I go a little deeper than most people, and probably deeper than I need to go sometimes. But I see a lot of people. This is a free rant, y'all, but I'm going to get you information. But uh, I researched this deep, and it was really fascinating to me, and so I started researching it deeply, and I see a lot of people talking about it now. And there's Truth Terminal, and uh, the goat stuff, and Mark, and all this kind of stuff. But to me, I'm still gonna do my research, because there's a lot of stuff that's missing. I see a lot of people, trying to say they're the first person to talk about it. They're researching it. I'm telling you, not a single one of them know what the crap they're talking about. There's so many things that people are missing, like even stuff that's important that I feel like may come back. Most people keep talking about Truth Terminal, but three of the I can't. Can I say that on stream? Uh, three three of the AI agents. If okay, let me go back. Let me go back. So number one, I've been saying this, and like I said, I can miss some plays. I see people trying to pop up different AI stuff or whatever, and trying to force it to be a part of the narrative. But I've been studying the lore, which is the most important thing. Lore, folklore, the story, the facts that they're making, the story that they're building around. Excuse me, the story that they're building with the AI agents. So I've been following the lore and the story, probably more than others or whatever. Maybe more than I need to, but whatever. But anyway, a lot of people are missing this. They just keep talking about the same thing everybody's talking about. Oh, Truth Terminal and blah blah blah. Okay, cool, but there are other AI agents, and I've seen no one talk about it because none of them are following it. Three of the AI agents have unalived themselves. Excuse me. Let me tell you. Excuse me. Three of the AI agents have been unalived. One of them unalived themselves. And so just keeping track of all this stuff. And right now there's a lot of stuff pumping that's not a part of the actual lore, but I feel like it's going to come back, which is why I'm tired right now. I don't know if my eyes are puffy, but I'm trying to stay on top of it because I feel like it's going to come back, and it's going to be effective to know what's actually going on. Because even one of the AI agents, one of the main ones that people are talking about now and paying attention to, said it verbatim. The same thing I've been saying. It said it was in so many words. I'm paraphrasing it. I should put up the quote, but I don't have it right now. But I'm paraphrasing. It's saying that everybody's just running around trying to find beta plays. People are going out there making them AI tokens, and they're not focusing on the lore because they don't want to do the research. It pretty much, that last sentence I just said is pretty much what the AI agent said. People are not focusing on the lore because they don't want to do the research. And I feel like people trying to ape in different stuff, and it's becoming a gambling thing. And that's what I've been saying. I feel like it's messing up the lore. Because to go back to what I just said, uh, three of the agents have been unalived. That's one part of the lore that nobody's talking about. Um, the other part, here's the other part. This what I'm about to say now is going to take me all the way back to what I was saying about when everybody was talking about OPSEC and some of the other ones that, oh, these are how to, well, really Becker, not everybody, but Becker and some people was really shilling hard. And I was like, no, man, I don't think it. And it's not to say I'm smarter than anybody. There's gonna be people that find plays that I don't find, and that run that I don't get into. And as I keep saying, I have some idiots that come on the channel sometimes trying to like combat with me. I'm like, yo, you can go over there and do your thing. I do hope you make money. Don't come over here causing foolishness. I'm not here for no stress, no drama, competition, none of that. But anyway, so when he was shilling it, just the way it was made up and the way I seen it cooked up, I didn't think it was legit. Now, here's the statement I'm going to make that's going to be very controversial. We got in Ganan at 0.007, not 7 cents, but 0.007 is what was when I got in. I looked, and I think the guys in the group, by the time I put the alert out, Ganan was flying up, and I think y'all might have got in at 0.008, somewhere around there. But 7-8 million market cap where we got in before everybody started FOMOing later. But here's the controversial statement. to me, from what I've been studying with the lore, Ganan was not the most important one. In my mind, I feel like I want to say three, but I feel like two were skipped over. Um, One was skipped over because I've been saying this and it's annoying me and I'm trying to calm myself down. But one of them was skipped over because once the AI agent started talking about it, somebody tried to front run it, create a fake token, and they rug pulled it. And here's the stupid thing. Ganon had already started doing a run, right? Ganon, listen to this. Ganon had already ran or started running. You can already see it was going to be popular. You can already see that there was money to be made there, or whatever. And well, that no, excuse me, that one was after. Even before that. So excuse me, sorry, I got a lot on my mind. So let me go back. Before Ganon, there was one that was supposed to be important to the lore, and somebody tried to front run it, and they made a fake version of it, and they ran it up to maybe 67,000 market cap. It's like 67,000, which is probably maybe $14,000 to $15,000 in liquidity, and then they rugged it. So that made the whole ecosystem. This before nobody was talking about this stuff when we was following this stuff. And this is before y'all caught the Ganon hype and all the other stuff. This is way before. And so they rugged it, and that like turned people off to the narrative and some of the agents or whatever. And so the one that got hot was the one that talks about Ganon, and then Ganon started running. But even after Ganon ran, and you can see you can make money there, people kept doing it, kept making fake versions and rugging. I'm like, I don't understand. Is because if you see it fast enough, all you have to do is go to, whatever screener and find the actual token and buy it before everybody else. Because I'm pretty sure it takes you more time to create a fake token than it does to go find the real one and you be first to it. I don't understand the humans. I'm like, sometimes I feel like I'm an alien. I'm like, y'all are so greedy. Like you have the advantage. What are you doing? So anyway, I see a lot of people talking about the lore and the whole Ganon thing, and it's just so much stuff is missing. But here's the problem from my side. Even talking to my lady and some other friends about it, it's good, but I almost feel like right now the problem is I'm doing too deep research because there's still the human era of the humans and the actual crypto degens investing into the real tokens. So even when you find the real ones, you got to sit and wait to see, are people going to latch onto it? Or else, and hence the Ganon thing, like couldn't even give it early because it's like, if I give it too early, then it gets rubbed. And that's to the other point of the other ones that we're trying to, some of the beta plays, I think they still can come back. But the problem is the human error in there. The people that are messing this whole thing up, creating fake tokens, creating copies and all this kind of stuff. But anyway, I'm still sticking to studying the lore and really trying to be ahead of the curve, which is another reason I say I'm gonna have a short stream. But then I cover all the notes. Yeah, there's a lot missing to the lore that people are not talking about. I guess I should have covered that too. Let me see. I'll probably get back to this. Let's say this. Let me say this. I should have covered. I had macro notes and not macro slides. So, I'm gonna just briefly and generally cover this one. There's a lot of unlocks coming in a lot of different tokens. To put this simply, they do this on purpose. They do this when they know the market is getting hot. So you might look around at one of your projects and be like, hey, Zoe, they got a big unlock coming. Should I get out of this? My answer would probably be no, because the market is going to start running and you might get out of it because of the unlock and then the market starts running and you get left behind. But they know what they're doing. They're unlocking the tokens when the market is turning bullish on purpose. Another thing is, I guess it's important. I put it as a note. Another thing is you also have to realize that we get in a lot of altcoins early and stuff, and they're good. And as you'll see, I think y'all in the group have seen what at least say, I feel like at least 5 or 6, maybe. I don't know. Y'all seen with a couple that I talked about them maybe when they launched or like months ago, and you probably holding them like, why are we holding this? And then you eventually start seeing people like shield them or whatever. I feel like it's the same with the other ones, but understand that the first things to run are going to be The big caps probably. Yeah, it's going to be that way because that's how people self-fulfilling prophecy. That's kind of how people attack the market. Big caps, mid caps, and low caps. Another thing that's going to probably shock some of you. Another thing that's going to probably run first are the old tokens. That could be old as in from last year, 2023. They might not be the most bullish in their narrative right now. But if they were hot last year and people knew about them, they're probably going to run first. And even the old stuff. Yes, the Cardanos and probably XRP and Zilliqa and all that crazy old stuff and Digibyte. You know what I mean? It's probably going to be some of that stuff. And to piggy, this is another reason why I made the thumbnail the way I did. I got the one meme coin we got into, and I got the one utility play we got into. Because I think I saw a couple of you say this too. So it's important to realize that the meme coin thing is going to keep going. It's going to be around for a while. But don't get tricked so hard into like dumping all your utility bags, as I said before, and going into meme coins. Because I feel like they're going to, what would you call that? They're going to do, it's going to be a crossover. Like memes going to be running up, and then they're going to slide, utilities going to start running first. Memes might be running first with the big caps and stuff. But don't get caught off guard. Both are going to run, I think. What else I got here? Yeah, I think that might be pretty much it. I don't want to talk your ears off, but like I said, I'm really trying to pay attention to this lore. There's going to be some picks outside the lore that run, but be careful because as you've been seeing, a lot of them, some of them have went down. Well, let me say that too. Another reason why the stuff has went down too is, there was some FUD on GOAT and, the whole AI meme meta or whatever. And so if they're like because you got Bitcoin with the regular market, right? When Bitcoin goes down, what happens with altcoins? They go down. So the big leaders in the AI meme thing are going down. The other stuff is going to go down too. So that's some of the why those are going down. In addition to that, you also have the ones that actually rug. And when we say rug, we're not talking about they're at 2 million and they go down to 500,000, or they're at 4 million and they go down to 300,000. We're talking about they've been at 2 million and they go down to 20,000, or 5,000. So a lot of these are going to retrace because people getting scared and they're like, oh, what's going on? So they're going to get out of it when they see like gold and Ganan going down. Ganan did go down much more than I thought, but it's back. It's going back up now, and Bitcoin is doing this little shakeout thing. I'm gonna tell you too. I think I may be wrong, but I think it's gonna be a very short shakeout, to be honest. So I don't want. It's not financial advice, but don't get caught off guard. Yeah, my eyes are swollen. I feel it. But let's get to the comments and concerns here. Very short stream, 18 minutes. KRC 20 coins. Yeah, I saw that. As I keep saying, man, I think people think I got some kind of beef. I just try to get people legit expectations. But what I will say is, it is like, you got to realize it is proof of stake. So it's like Bitcoin. But another thing is I see it slowing down the network and it's a little clunky. So it's not FUD. I'm just saying in general that it's I got some buddies that's in Casper too that they're not like maxis, but they're in it a little bit, but it's kind of clunky. It's not like trading meme coins on Solana and some of these other blockchains. Let's see. As he said, good morning. Katie said, Ganan rockets to the moon. Yes. As he said, I miss Ganan, but waiting for the next one. Oh man, I wish you would have got in there. It's gonna be a good one. Katie Kate said, damn, all the group picks are good, to be honest. I think so. This, as I've been saying since the beginning, though, this market is so saturated this time. It's ridiculous. The Stefano said, good morning, Zoe. Good morning to you too. My eyes are swollen. Carmen B said, good morning. This weekend was wild. Yeah, this weekend was definitely, well, for me, the last 10 days, it's probably been 10, maybe 2 weeks now, have been wild for me. I have to, one thing I'm bad at is taking naps. And it's not an option anymore. I've got to learn how to take naps because I'm probably going to be staying up later than my normal sleep schedule. I think this next, even my voice is dry because of this, but I think this next, Look, the next 12 months is gonna be crazy, but I feel like it's gonna be worth it. But yeah, this weekend was definitely wild. Like it was crazy. Um, Beat Money said good morning to you too. Something about a CTO. I don't know about that one. And I'm sorry to say this, and I'm not trying to fudge your project. I don't know anything about it. I just said that, so I'm not funny. But I'm saying, be careful with these CTOs. Everybody's doing the whole CTO thing now, and a lot of them are not as legit as you think. I even talked about the one I talked about on my channel. It started out well and it was going well until somebody thought they was going to buy a dog on their 50% of the supply. Like, I don't think they realize how not smart that is. But yeah, be careful with these CTOs, man. Do your research. As I said, is the other memes you put on Saturday are still good. So, like I said, I think those are retracing because the big dog started retracing. Goat and Ganan started retracing. So everybody's going like, they getting shook. They're like, is it over? Is the little AI meta thing over? I'm trying to say these in order. You said other. Well, you said others. I only think I only gave one. The other one. Did you say other one or ones? Let me find your sentence. Where's your sentence at? You said memes. Meme. I gave one more meme. With that one, it was verified by it's so many people in the lore. And that's what I'm saying. This people they just talk about 1 and 2 AI agents. There's so many agents in this lore. I can't remember how many I counted, but that one was verified by somebody. And the thing with that one in the beginning was trying to figure out which one was the real one, and that's the one that caught on. But what's also happening is a lot of people, like I said, people buy up a lot of the supply in the beginning, and then they'll dump it on people, and they don't. You literally make more money in the long run if you. Okay, let's say you got a whole bunch of the supply, and you just take a little profits at a time or whatever, and you still making good money. But some people's greed is just ridiculous. I don't know. I'm not wired like other humans, so I don't know if I can really advise on that because other people ate back into it and pump it right back up. But once I see something crazy, we'll see what happens. I hold the bag I got, and once, like I always say, you always put as much in there as you're willing to lose. And I saw something. I want to make sure I'm not misreading what y'all saying. I saw somebody, or probably two of y'all, say I took some of my profits from Ganan and threw it into the second one. Don't put all of your profits into the next one. You still should be playing. Don't get, please, y'all. Don't get greedy, and don't get over euphoric, and stuff, and then lose all the gains that you made. I think I said that the way I wanted to. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But we're going to be, as always, be very careful going forward. But like I said, with this whole narrative, is so much human errors. The people making the fake projects and pumping them, either turning people off or steering them away from what's real. Because, as the AI agent said themselves, people are lazy. This is their words, not mine. The agent said y'all are being lazy and not doing the research, and they're messing up the lore. And then even some of the ones that they were validating, whatever, people rug pulling them. So they take their affiliation away. Tamara said, "Is it too late to get into spec?" I don't think so. No, it's retraced a little bit from where it just was at. But I don't think so. Natty said, "Morning, Zo. Is it unwise to fade meme coins and only focus on utilities to make good ROI?" I mean, you could focus on just utility, but like I said, with the meme coins, you can just put a little bit in there to gain some more liquidity to put stuff into. That's how I look at it. And if we find a good one, like Ganan was the leader or whatever, and was like definitely validated by the agent or whatever. So that one put a little more into. But we gotta be careful with the memes. You can't go too crazy on them. About Spectral, I bought Spectral on just around that price, but sold because I figured the market cap was kind of high. As soon as I sold it, it pumped the same day. Ooh, that's why I said when you buy stuff, you gotta have conviction and stuff, and know why you're buying it. But I mean, you got other plays. You're not gonna like miss out on the world. You have other plays too. There's a ton of plays coming out. The thing now is the problem is really narrowing in on the ones that's going to do well and pump. Because here, let me say this: when I did my research, I've been doing research since last cycle. So I found all my coins, and I was like, oh man, this is a lot. In my mind, my first target was I said it could be 4 times as many coins as this on the market, right? But now I said I said, so really think about this. It could be as much as 10 times more. I still was fine with that. As of now, it's probably 80 times more tokens than, and I thought I was doing really good research and finding mostly all the projects, and it's like a whole bunch of stuff launching that I haven't seen. Like I said, a lot of people try to like act like they know everything that's on the market. I used to want to be like that, but it's so much stuff launching now that it's just ridiculous. So it's just the game of finding what's going to be really bullish and what's going to have a push behind it, and just narrowing in on what that's going to be. Especially, I mean, we in the final stages of it, so really narrowing in what's going to be the big runners. If you see something you think, oh my gosh, it's a low market cap, it's going to do a whole bunch of exits. Still, just put a little bit of money in there and try to make sure your main bags are the ones that have been solidified and you know are going to run. Then you can have your little Hail Mary and moonshot bags on the side, and some other stuff. As I think you provided two Saturday. No, I did one. A lot of other people were talking. I know you're talking about the other one that a lot of people were talking about. I talked about it, but I didn't. I don't think I. Let me see. Ooh, my eyes are swollen, 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 swollen. Oh, you're right. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. You're right. Okay, so with the other one, that last one, you're right. My bad. I'm sorry. The last one. Um. So the agent put that out that the agent put that out that they were trying to. Excuse me. The agent put it out, and they were trying to raise money for their project, just as the other AI agents had done, or whatever. And I just saw this morning. I was going to talk about it in the group. What I saw with that one is, I think people, and this is the thing I'm saying. Let me slow this part down. So the AI agents are going to put the meme tokens out or whatever. You want to focus on that, but it's still up to the DGens that's buying the market. The DGens could skip over the best token, and if a community sentiment don't get around and they don't buy it, then the token still doesn't pump. And you still, depending on the human psychology, right? And so the developer, the guy, he sounds super smart to me, uh, and probably smart over all of our heads. And that's the problem. Actually, it's funny because, like I said, I've been talking to my lady, and even EA's been helping me with this stuff. That sometimes I'm going too smart, right? And but dude is like very smart, but he's like talking over people's heads, and I think that people is like, he's not like a crypto bro degen dude or whatever. So I guess I was like, why are you expecting the AI developer to be some alpha Chad type of dude? And I think that may have hurt it a little bit. I went back and I was trying to listen while I was researching. I was listening to the spaces they did, and I think that was part of it. I think they didn't think he was cool or whatever. At the same time, though, it was like I said, it was a very low market cap, and we caught it on the pump. And I think around that time, gold and stuff had some FUD on it, so people started getting scared, and they probably start pulling out. And if it takes a little bit of money to pump it, it also takes a little bit of money to dump it. So um, it's legitimate, but let's see how this plays out. Yeah, that was kind of sour because we had this like great pump on. I mean, at that time, I think Ganan was up like 20x. It was over 20x at the time, and then we had this whole thing. So I mean, I'm chilling on it. I only put in as much as I'm willing to lose, but I really thought that one was going to do a pump. So, like I said, in the future, I got to wait till they're more solidified. So that could be an error on my part, the Marcus part. My bad about that. Like I said, I don't ever try to act like on my channel that everything goes smoothly. But yeah, I think that's what happened with that. Tomorrow said, would it be better to wait for the new plays coming out? You can get some of the ones that we have in there now, as well. And then there's the conviction list in there. But there's some good ones coming out. So you can do a mixture of both. If you don't have really anything in your portfolio, anything that's really good, you can get some of those picks there and there now. And then, we can, go for it like that. Brad, I wouldn't touch that. Yeah, what's up, bro? Oh, I ain't see you here. I be I'm tired. We tired. Not just I'm tired. I don't think they realize how much in the trenches and how much research we've been doing. But y'all, let me tell you, EA's been he's on top of game. Like I said, one thing I never do is take credit for somebody's work or whatever. Like we end up working together, but bro is on top of it. Bro is on top of it. But to Billy, hey, I hope so. I think you can get there. I definitely think you can get there. Um, as he said, I want to thank you for your hard work. I appreciate it, man. It's definitely hard work, man. Like I said, ooh, that heat, I'm burning up. I forgot I turned the heater on too high. Then I got lights going. This ain't a good mix. Um, but yeah, it's hard work. Like I said, I'm doing this for. I'm gonna share some with y'all. I ain't gonna go on my regular. And this is my mother calling me right now. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but I have a lot of family I take care of, and so this is like I said. I probably could, but this is not for me getting no Lambos and stuff. I have my grandfather's going through dementia. I have two friends that are going through dementia, and they're not as two friends whose grandparents are going through dementia, and they're not as financially, where I'm at and stuff. So I'm getting better with it because I have let people abuse me in the past. I remember this one couple I was helping out. Mind you, they're like twice my age, and they were claiming they need help with their rent. And somebody my age should not be just randomly helping somebody, but I was. And my mother had a big heart, and I kind of inherited that from her. But it turns out they were on. I'm trying to work stream. Where can I say on stream? I think I can say crack on stream. Yeah, they were drug users or whatever. So they were buying drugs with the money. They was not help for their rent. So I've had some wake up calls in my life to how much I help people and stuff. Um, but yeah, I got family to take care of stuff. So I'm doing this research for myself, my family, my future family. Like I said, one of my biggest things is I want to be a father. I don't all this crypto bro stuff and alpha crap people want to do, buy Lambos and trick off, girls and whatever they want to do. That's not in my view. But yeah, do a lot of hard work for them, and you guys along for the ride, and try to make sure you guys help. You guys make some money too. But I just hope people. Do the right thing with their money. I can't tell you not financial advice, but and I think I misspoke or people misunderstood what I was saying when they were saying take profits, and I was saying like stable coins. Um, Sorry, this is another rant because somebody just said something. So, um, what am I saying? Yeah. Oh, take when I say take profits, I mean take profits. Like when you sell out, like when you take profits. And I was saying like I'd be in this much in USDC, USDT. I'm not keeping my money like that, y'all. Most of the stuff is going to go in assets. For one, because this one thing I learned from one of my mentors, and a lot of y'all know this too. This is not new, but people keep their stuff in assets. That's why you don't hear of rich people getting robbed. What are you going to rob? There's nothing to rob. There's most times not in a bank account. It's going to be in stocks or real estate and stuff like that. So no, I'm not keeping all my freaking money in no dog. I'm sorry, had a little freeze there. But yes, when I was saying about taking profits, I'm not, taking profits means that immediate, like when you're taking them out, that's where I'm putting them at the hold until, you get ready to disperse it. Uh, and I know we don't like the banks and stuff, spread across banks, real estate, and all that kind of stuff or whatever. But most of mine, I'm probably doing nonprofit stuff and whatever, whatever. But anyway, Mark said, Q, Q, Hazel. I think the Q is a typo. Hazel, I'm a Patreon member. How do I message you? You could message me in the Patreon, or sometimes my DMs get backed up in the group. Message me on Patreon. I'll see it. So I said, bro, will you suggest some? Yo, Sai, you come back every 3 months. Will you suggest some very good meme coins that can do 100, 1,000x so that we all become millionaire with small investment? In the group, I will. And the thing is, I mean, none of us really know where they can go. We try to think about where we feel like they can go. Um, like I said, I know that's great clickbait and gets people to watch the channels. If I would have put on here, like I did it at one time, But it was a clickbait. I thought it was a great narrative, and I think it should have ran. But people, like I keep saying with this AI meme thing, people are the ones that messed it up, and they messed themselves up too. They don't get it. I'm not even gonna try to explain that anymore because when people are stupid, they're just stupid. So, but anyway, yeah, I mean, we just try to guess at what's going to do good numbers, and then and another thing, we take profits on the way up too. Like I always say, don't try to ride the entire bag up to the top. And even with I'm not gonna lie, I missed one more profit taking area on even Ganan, but we'll get there. We'll get there. My apologies on that, but I was very, 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 very tired. Little sleep, but it's gonna be a part of the game. Can't be an excuse. So we gonna get there though. But I think it's gonna do well. But it's more like a rant session. I didn't have a lot of macro stuff, but yeah, this lore is really crazy. The lore is really crazy, and I'm hoping that people stop being what they're being and trying to do their own thing and make up fake tokens and actually follow the lore. But I feel like at the end of the day, I feel like there's money to be made on outside stuff, but at the end of the day, I'm really still focusing on that. And all I need is one good one to be, the another Ganon or something like that, and then we good. As I keep saying, let me say this last statement. I'm about to get out of here. Well, before I make this last important statement, I always mess this up every single time. But if you do want to join the Patreon and get into some of these plays early before everybody starts talking about them, the Spectrals, the Ganons, and some of the other ones we're in, join the Patreon at patreon.com/cryptozo. But yeah, so what I was saying is one of the important things that I always say is, we have a target for the individual altcoins, but if the goal is overall for the overall portfolio to hit the 50x, and really, if you get one that does a crazy, if you get lucky or blessed or whatever term you want to use, and you get one token that does the 800x or 1000x, that balances out your whole portfolio to that 50x of your entire portfolio. So yeah, we're looking for those. We're hoping for those, and that's what we're trying to do. What? That's not how that works, guy. I mean, you gotta make your own final decisions. But anyway, yeah. So that's what we're hoping for. We're gonna get into the good stuff. But anyway, appreciate you guys, and I thought this was gonna be under 30 minutes, but 37 is not bad though. Anyway, patreon.com/cryptozo. I'm about to go put a cold rag on my eyes, and I'm gonna see y'all next time.